Coverage you can count on continues. With Storm Team 10 meteorologist Everett Lau.
An almost golden glow cast across downtown Terre Haute before sunset. Take a good look and hopefully you soaked up that sunshine earlier today, because it might be the last time we see a good dose of sunshine, at least for a little while until we get to the weekend. In the meantime, we're going to have to brace for a nice dose of winter. We have a winter storm warning that's been issued for the entire Wabash Valley, includes everyone in the News 10 viewing area. This is going to start tomorrow afternoon and continue either until Friday night or early Saturday morning, depending on where you are. But the impact's still going to be felt into the weekend, at least from the cold temperatures. Now, the snow's going to come to an end by the time we get through tomorrow night. So here's a look at the impacts that we're expecting with this system. First, we're still expecting to start out with a little bit of rain on Thursday. Then a strong Arctic cold front's going to come through and drop our temperatures rapidly. So any ponding that takes place on roads or sidewalks, any standing water, that could turn into a little bit of a glaze of ice. Now, we're not thinking like ice storm where it hangs off the trees and power lines, because we're not going to see freezing rain. It's just going to change over to snow pretty quickly. So on top of that glaze of ice, we could see 1 to 5 inches of snow across the Wabash Valley, with a higher range of that total farther to the northeast. Now, that's slightly lower than we were thinking yesterday, but again, don't focus solely on the snow totals, because look at the wind gusts. By Thursday night going into Friday, we can see those wind gusts 40 to 50 miles per hour, so any snow that is falling is going to be blowing around, causing some drifting, reducing visibility. And then, with our temperatures dropping, it can easily knock our wind chills 15 to 25 degrees below zero, and tomorrow night they could drop to 30 below zero. So let's take a look at Futurecast and time out when we expect this all to move through. Tonight, going to be quiet. If you have any last minute errands you need to run, fill up your gas tank, tonight's the night to do so. We're going to stay dry. We'll see cloud cover continue to build in through the overnight hours. This is midnight, still under a mostly cloudy sky. We get into the early morning hours, we could see some scattered showers develop, but the most widespread precipitation, I think we'll hold off until we get to tomorrow morning. So here we are at 7, starting to see those rain showers still. By noon, the cold air starts to work into the western part of the News 10 viewing area, and it's a pretty quick transition from rain to snow. By 2 o'clock, that's crossing the state line. By 4 o'clock, it looks like most of the Wabash Valley should be seeing this snow, and tomorrow evening is when the snow is going to be the heaviest. So it's going to come down pretty quickly, and we're starting to see some dry air work in on the back edge of the system. So by 6 o'clock tomorrow night, already seeing the snow try to dry up farther to the west, and we'll keep some snow showers in the forecast tomorrow evening, primarily in our Indiana areas. But then notice by midnight, a lot of the snow exits the picture. So we're not going to see any new snow accumulation, but what's out there is going to be blowing around, because this is when the wind picks up, and this is when those temperatures really drop. Actual air temperatures go below zero, so the wind chills will be really low. And even into the day on Friday, no new snow, but we keep the cloud cover and those strong wind gusts and those bitterly cold temperatures. So the snow potential about 2 to 5 inches to the northeast part of the Wabash Valley, and the higher end of that range going to be in our far northeastern areas, 1 to 3 farther south, but again, that's going to be blowing all around. And as we look at the future wind chill, look how quickly these drop. This is tomorrow around lunchtime, still in the 30s, but here comes that Arctic cold front, and those wind chills drop to the single digits in Terre Haute by 5, already below zero farther west, and they just keep dropping. Tomorrow night at 11, seeing those wind chills 20 to 30 degrees below zero, and they stay cold all the way through the day on Friday. Here's 7 o'clock in the morning, and all the way through the day on Friday, staying well below zero. So prepare now for those bitterly cold temperatures, because they will be dangerous for prolonged exposure. Your forecast for tonight, 31 degrees, mostly cloudy with those showers developing late in the night or early tomorrow morning, whichever way you want to look at it. And then for tomorrow, 38 degrees, so mild to start. Your morning commute's fine, but by the afternoon, we see the rain transition to snow as temperatures rapidly drop, and then the wind picks up as well. Tomorrow night, snow comes to an end, but then we'll be dealing with blowing snow, bitterly cold with an overnight low of 5 below, and the wind chills 20 to 30 below, and those wind gusts again up to 45, maybe even 50 miles per hour. Now, the 7-day forecast shows by the time we get to the weekend, sunshine returns, but it does stay cold with a few more flurries possible on Monday.